What's up, guys? Today we've got these new Star Wars drones, and we're really excited to show you guys what these Propel drones are all about. And yes, these are the drones you're looking for. What's going on, guys? So we've got our Propel Star Wars drones here, and this is what they look like when you purchase them from AMain Hobbies. They're in this very nice cardboard protective packaging. So we're going to open all of these up and give you a glance at what you're going to find inside these cardboard boxes. We are pressed for space, so we're going to do this one by one. Alright, so with each Propel drone, you're going to get this clear packaging, which helps protect it away from dirt and debris and dust. These are all collector's editions, so this little extra bag really helps keep these pristine. If you're into keeping these things for long amounts of time and potentially reselling them later on as a collector's edition for ungodly amounts of money on eBay or something like that. So this really helps protecting them. Our first unit here is the X1 Advanced TIE Fighter from the Galactic Empire. So let's see what's inside this box. In each Propel drone, you will have 4 styrene foam bumpers, which go on the outside edges of each unit. This helps prevent any shipping damage. Another clear plastic bag. And this is the note card, which is included with each drone. It shows you which drone you bought, how the serials numbers match, and where the units are shipping to, whether it's the UK, United States, Australia, anywhere like that, which changes the charger, the power pack, which goes into the wall to charge the battery for the drone. Each drone will have its own replica on the outside of the box here, as well as 2 wax seals that are included from the factory. You can remove them by pulling them off of the box or by slicing them straight down the middle. Alright, guys, so we've got all of our Star Wars drones out. We've got the TIE Advanced X1, we've got the X-Wing, and we've got the speeder bike. Now I can only open one at a time due to space limitations here in the video room, but we are going to open all 3 of them at one after another to see what goes on. I'm really feeling that the X-Wing right now, so we're going to open that first. But before I do that, some of you may not know that when you open these tops here, the Star Wars theme song does play along with a few other soundtracks that pertain to each different drone. Some play more songs than others, so there are, I believe, 2, 4, or 6 different soundtracks that play with each different one. And depending on the model, it will be 2 or 6 or 4, or however it works out. So that's a little extra nice feature that Propel threw in. So let's get the X-Wing open, and we're going to set these 2 to the side. Our wax seals are actually already broken on the sides. We didn't cut them, we just kind of pulled them off the sides. So here we go. turn the sound off, you replace the cardboard top. And just like that, the sound's off. And when we pull it off again, it will change tracks. Alright, so that's that. Inside the lower portion of the box is everything else in this very tidy cardboard packaging. So, inside our box, we have the training cage, which is a protective outside skeleton that goes around the lower portion of the drone. We have our remote, or our radio, accessories, batteries, wall charger, and instruction manual. Very critical instruction manual that most may not read, but we highly suggest reading the instruction manual. No, Jason from before says you may not read the manual. Scratch that. We highly suggest reading the manual. There's a lot of technology in these drones, both in the actual drone itself and the radio. So do spend 15 to 20 minutes getting yourself up to speed with the radio and all of the functions to make sure you get the most out of your drone. To get up to speed with the features that the drone has and how to get from zero, not knowing how to fly at all, to starting your flight lessons and learning how to fly these awesome drones. So we're going to open the skeleton first. This is made of black plastic. And the skeleton goes on the lower portion of the motors and just simply clamps into place. The clamps will connect into these little cutouts in the plastic and it just snaps in. So now we have our skeleton installed, and as you can see, it keeps everything protected from hitting the propellers, so no damage will happen, or very low amounts of damage will happen if you really start getting wild with these things. Next up, we've got our controller, and for the X-Wing model, this is produced in white. I believe the TIE Advanced is black, as well as the speeder bike, but we'll take a look at that here in a few minutes. Extra accessories. So I've got a couple extra packages of props, a little Propel tool. For the X-Wing, we've got some spare missiles in case they break on a crash, and a couple other screws and little small accessories in here. So we will need some props. I'll leave those out. And for now, we're going to move the instruction manual away. So now we've got our batteries, and the batteries for the X-Wing model are actually part of the cockpit, which is a very nice feature. And we've got our power adapter and USB cable for the included battery charger. Now, depending on what country you live in, this little wall charger will change. We're in the United States, so we're using the 110 volt US style plug. But again, this will change depending on what country you're in. So be sure that everything matches. You shouldn't have any problems, as Propel is shipping country-specific models into the correct country. So just notate that down. All right, so this is our X-Wing propelled drone. Let's take a look at the other couple drones. Alright, so as a quick tip to you guys, I'm going to show you how to turn the music off, as well as change the tracks for when the radio is powered up. So to enter the music section of the radio, you hold down the bottom two buttons for 2 seconds. Once that's done, these life LEDs will change to blue to signify that you are in the music menu. And after not pressing any buttons for 5 seconds, you will then exit music menu, and that's signified by going to the back to the red LEDs. So again, to get into the music menu, hold down the bottom buttons like so. To change the volume, we will use the right buttons to change the volume up and down. Currently we have the sounds disabled, so to re-enable them, again enter the music menu by hitting the bottom buttons. And then we're going to use the track button on the top left.
All sounds off.
To change the sounds.
Track 1. Track 2. Track 3. Track 4. Track 5.
The volume for each music is going to be on the right hand side, with the upper button being volume up and the lower button being volume down.
Music shuffle. Music off.
For now, we're going to leave it on music off. Alright, so for you Galactic Empire fans, we've got the X1 Advanced and we've got the speeder bike. We're going to crack into the X1 Advanced and we're going to get to the speeder bike last. So let's check this thing out. Just like before, so awesome, so awesome. The little small touches like this, just put them over the top. This is fantastic. Silence. So even though we're looking at a different model, the X1 Advanced, all the accessories from the X-Wing and the speeder bike are going to be the same. There are just a few tiny differences between each model, such as the color of the radio and other small insignificant details like that. So the drone is basically the biggest change and everything else is going to match, no problem. As I mentioned, since we're unboxing the Galactic Empire drones, the radio is black and red instead of white and red. Cool little touch. So for the X1 Advanced, we actually get a couple spare side wings, whereas on the X1 we got some spare missiles, so that's a cool little add-on there. With each Collector's Edition Star Wars drone, you will receive 2 batteries. In addition to the batteries that you receive with your drone, the charger that comes with the drone of your choice is custom tailored towards the battery that is used within that drone. So in other words, the X1 Advanced battery and battery charger are a unit. The X-Wing battery will not be able to fit into the TIE Advanced drone or the speeder bike or vice versa. They are their own entities, so keep that in mind and don't lose your supplied charger. So this is it, guys. This is our X1 Advanced, and we're going to crack into the speeder bike here in a little bit. Last up, we've got the speeder bike. Again, all of our accessories are going to be the same. The only difference is going to be the color of the radio. With this being part of the Galactic Empire, it will be the black radio instead of the Rebel Alliance, which is the white radio. So for the speeder bike, we actually have a spare front part for the bike, which is also nice because that definitely will be one of the first things to hit in a fast forward flight. We've also got some other very small accessories that are tailored towards the speeder bike. screws, propeller tool, lots of actual plastic pieces for the speeder bike. I'm going to lay these out here. The speeder bike actually has the most amount of accessories from what it looks like. Our box is a little jumbled up, so excuse the mess here. Alright, so this is everything with our speeder bike. We're going to get the props on, we're going to get the batteries installed in the radio, and finally we're going to take a look at some flight footage